So this is Gamer Dom and welcome back to my garage. I thought I'd do a quick video on some of the changes that have come in patch 9.14, and unless you've had your head in a bucket for the last few weeks, you'll know that this patch is quite a significant one. You'll also know if you try to download it, because it takes quite a while, and that's because they've made a lot of very good changes to the game, and well done to Wargaming. I think they all add some unique value to the game and improve it no end. So one of the things you will need to do when you log in after you've updated your client, you need to make one or two little changes to get the full benefit. So if you go into your settings, so clicking up there, settings, and then you scroll down to the right here, enable minimap features. If you put that to always, and you do tips on battle loading screen and make that minimap, and then this one down the bottom here is a new section. So show viewing range circle, show maximum spotting range, and show draw circle. And you hit apply, and then go OK. Now when we load into a game, may take a bit of time because this is a high tier. Should have taken a medium tier. Oh well. Okay, so now as we load in, you see this. Because we have that function enabled, we can see what the battle is, what our team is like, what the enemy team is like, which spawn we're in. So we're in the green team, so we're in the south team. So I know immediately what I can do with this. And you'll also notice on the map, mini-map down to my right, down here, down here there is a blue circle which is my view range, so how far I can actually see in this tank depending on my crew skills and the actual view range of the tank. And then this is the draw range, so this is how far the actual draw mechanics of the game will actually work to. So this previously was a mod. Oh, and you can see now I've got an extra line. So the blue line is my view range, and because I'm moving, my binos aren't working, and they would work out to the length of the sort of orangey yellowy colour. So you can see when I stop again and my binos come up, it should kick in, and then it'll just be a blue line. There you go. So that's all cool, because previously this was a facility that you only got via a mod. Oh, put that T-54 on fire. So good on that. Obviously there's also a number of changes around physics, and also on the oops, I'm getting distracted by the game now, and I'm actually supposed to be showing you how it all works. So yeah, there's a lot of changes around the physics of the game, so you could, and I'll show you some of those in a minute. So let's see if we can get a bit of a handbrake turn going. Yep, there we go. Whoop, nearly ran into the other guy. So you do that by hitting the turn button at exactly the same time as you hit the spacebar, and that will swing the tank round the direction that you've hit the turn in, which is kind of fun. So if you're in a light tank like that, it only works with lights and mediums. Heavies, TDs, artillery, I don't think it works for that, but for the others it does. That's all fun. Let's see if we can show off some of the other features. There's also, you're much more slippery in this tank. In 9.14, the tank slides around a lot more than previously. Oops, a bit of a lag there. Don't really want to get into a fight with him. I want to show you some of the other stuff we can do. So see if we can launch it off the side of this. Yep, there we go. We turned it over. Oh, and then ran into a... I suppose I better go and help my team a bit. So you can see the physics allow you to do some really interesting stuff. And look, I've turned him over. That's funny. So yeah, some really exciting developments in the new patch, and I haven't even touched on the wonderful sounds that Wargaming are giving us. So the engine sounds are much better. You can tell the difference between, of course, it's still So yeah, wonderful new things coming in this new patch, and you know, you probably noticed already the wonderful new sound effects that there are within the game. The engine sounds of the tanks, you can hear them almost going up through the gears as the driver accelerates the tank. The shells sound better, the gunfire sounds better. You know, you can tell between different calibers of guns how powerful the guns are firing. There's the sound of shells whizzing around the place. This sort of ambient battlefield noise is a heck of a lot better. So I think, you know, really good job, Wargaming. Fantastic patch, really good. Not a huge amount of new stuff, which is, you know, which is good actually. I think get the game right, get the mechanics right, improve the basics of the game, and people will come back. There was also a change to Sacred Valley map, which for those who remember is the one with the sort of, I guess it's sort of castled right in the middle, and then sort of there's a high point up to one side, where monastery area, where the lights and the mediums tend to go and brawl, and the TDs try and sort of camp and fire from. And then there's the other side, which is more the sort of heavy tank arena, where there's lots of and a sort of open, well, there were quite narrow passageways where it was all a real brawl fest. Now they've opened that area out, and they've also reduced the height of the abbey on the other flank and opened that area up, and that whole sort of, there used to be a sort of bridge that led up from the south spawn up towards the abbey. That's gone and moved now to the middle. So there's a complete rework on that. I did have a game on that earlier today for my first time, but for some reason the recording didn't, well, it didn't really capture anything that was particularly unique or new. So, but watch out for that, because that's exciting. The only other thing of noteworthy really in the new patch is there are no new vehicles. There's a number of HD reworkings of tanks, and there's a great long list of them, about 20 I believe, something in that order. Don't quote me on that. But there's also, this thing has arrived in the shop, which is the FE4202P. P I presume stands for premium. This is a new premium British medium tank, tier 8. I won't go into it because I'm going to do a whole separate video on this thing, because I'm really enjoying playing with it. But basically this used to be a tier 10. Wargaming replaced it with the Centurion Action X, and now have brought this down, toned it down, brought it back as a tier 8 premium, which is, you know, pretty good, because the British don't have a tier 8 medium, a tier 8 premium, sorry. So for those working through to get to the Action X, it's a good crew trainer and a good asset to have. But this is the only sort of new tank available in the game at the moment in this patch. So, which, you know, I don't have a big issue with. They've been shoving new tanks around all over the place, and finally they seem to have spent a bit of time working on the basics. So here's to them improving some of the other maps and reducing some of the, you know, terrible corridor maps that mean there isn't enough mobility in my mind. But anyway, it's a good start. Well done, Wargaming. Love the sounds, love the physics are kind of fun. We'll see how much they happen, you know, how much they impact the game in real terms. Although I did have a game last night with a couple of guys from my clan, and one of them managed to turn his tank over just on the side of a hill. He wasn't even trying to do anything clever, he just was coming down not even a particularly steep hill and managed to turn his tank over, and he died. He couldn't right it again. Once you're on your back and you've turned turtle, unless you happen to roll over completely, you will end up on your turret, and that's it. You have 20 seconds to be righted. I was on the other side of the battlefield, as was my clan, our other platoon buddy, and we couldn't get back to help him, so he died. And that's a little bit concerning if you turn it over. You know, it's one thing doing something really stupid and turning the thing over, but if you do something that's fairly normal, he was only in a, I can't remember what he was in now, but he was in a fairly fast moving tank, and he just came down a hill on a slight downward slope and a slight angle and flipped it over. So we'll watch that one with interest. But anyway, this has been Game It On. Hope you like the quick look at what I've seen of 914. If you're enjoying it, please let me know. I think it's a great patch, and Wargaming done a really good job, so GG to them. Anyway, Game It On, signing out. Thanks for watching. Please do consider giving this a like and maybe subscribe to my other channel content, and hope you enjoy your games on 914. See you later.